Al Gore and I share a common experience of considerable magnitude. We each lost the race for presidency in the year 2000.
I am Al Gore. I used to be the next president of the United States of America.
I was a valid candidate for the nomination of the Green Party and ran in primaries against Ralph Nader, who beat me handily, particularly in the California primary.
Here is where CO2 is now. Way above where it's ever been as far back as this record will measure. Within less than 50 years, it'll be here. Ultimately, this is really not a political issue so much as a moral issue. If we allow that to happen, it is deeply unethical.
This point correlates with the very administration in United States politics that is headed by Bill Clinton and Al Gore, with Gore being the point man on environmental policies. This is a very salient point. It tells us that Al Gore, who is now speaking so eloquently of the need for climate change and to bring it under control, and is sort of spreading the blame around and moralizing and saying we have to do it, is evading the fact that it was under his administration that this got out of control, and therefore those things that he is advocating, namely continued expansion of the economic product, are an unreliable guide and nothing to put your trust in. If cancer is a cellular process that grows chaotically, spreads, metastasizes, and the like, this is both a metaphor for capitalism, chaotic production, uncontrollable production, unregulated production, but also it's more than a metaphor, it's an actual description of it.
Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LS, MFT.
You know, it's not an analog, it's a homolog. It's actually the way in which cancer is. Capital is a cancer. The accumulation of capital is a cancer. The great reserves of wealth are products of that, secretions, if you like, of that cancer. This is a daunting perspective, but I submit that it's the truth, however inconvenient.
It's just human nature to take time to connect the dots. I know that. But I also know that there can be a day of reckoning when you wish you had connected the dots more quickly.
The question before Gore is, can you connect the dots in a way that makes sense not just for your family or individual life, but for our whole civilization? You can see what's happening, that we live in a society that has to keep growing and expanding. And it's perfectly obvious, isn't it, that since the Earth, or in this case the atmosphere, is finite and the pressure of the society to expand is not finite, but is endless and exponential, so it keeps increasing, that we are in a hopeless situation unless that system is changed that causes that rate of expansion and that pressure of expansion. Now, let's not mince words. That system is capitalism. Yes, during the Clinton-Gore years, the ruling slogan was, "It's the economy, stupid." That, my friends, is a really inconvenient truth.